Paul Whiteman Presents, brought to you by the makers of Chase and Sanborn Coffee and Tenderleaf Tea. With the Whiteman Orchestra in chorus, our guests William Gaxton and Victor Moore, yours truly, Bill Goodwin, and starring Dinah Shore.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Did you hear that, Pops?
I sure do, daughter. Who's blowing those riffs on that heavenly horn?
Why, it's Gabriel, Gabriel playing, Gabriel, Gabriel saying, will you be ready to go when I blow my horn? Blow, Gabriel, blow. Go on and blow, Gabriel, blow. I've been a sinner, I've been a scamp, now I'm willing to trim my lamp. So blow, Gabriel, blow. I was low, Gabriel, low, mighty low, Gabriel, low. But now since I have seen the light, I'm good by day and I'm good by night. So blow, Gabriel, blow. Once I was headed below. Once I was headed below. But when I got to Satan's door, I heard you blowing on your horn once more. So I said, Satan, farewell. Now I'm all ready to fly. Yes, to fly higher and higher and higher. 'Cause I've gone through the brimstone and I've been through the fire. And I've purged my soul and my heart too. So climb up the mountaintop and start to blow, Gabriel, blow. Go on and blow, Gabriel, blow. I want to join your happy band and play all day in the promised land. So blow, Gabriel. Gabriel, blow.
Oh, that was sharp, Dinah. Very sharp.
Thank you, Bill.
Say, Dinah, have you noticed anything different about me?
Oh, yes, you've got on a new suit.
Oh, no, that's not it. Don't you observe anything?
Oh, sure. I observe all the holidays. Christmas, New Year's Eve, 4th of July, Thanksgiving,
kid,
Labor
that's
Day, St.
not
Patrick's.
it.
No?
Stop. It's my figure. I've been dieting for the past week.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Well, how much weight did you lose?
10 pounds. If I say so myself, I'm getting more sylph-like every day. In fact, I'm just a shadow of my former self.
Oh.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Paul.
Bill, I've been looking at you. What have you been doing to yourself?
Oh, so you've noticed it too, huh?
Sure I have. You look like a different man.
Well, thank you very much.
Man, you sure look marvelous. You must have put on at least 10 pounds.
Put on 10 pounds. I've taken off 10 pounds.
He's dieting, Pops. It's a triumph of mind over platters.
Of course, I don't claim to have a perfect figure, you know. As an example of real pulchritudinous perfection, I bow to our lovely Dinah Shore.
Well, I thank you, Bill. It's very sweet of you.
Yes. Well, Dinah, you should be proud. I wish I had a figure like yours.
Wouldn't go so very well with your face.
Just to say, my theory is that in order to have a figure like Dinah's, you've got to cut out fattening foods. In other words, you must avoid the excessive intake of complex hydrocarbons and certain varieties of multicaloric nutrients. Isn't that right, Dinah?
Yeah, I eat everything.
Say, Paul, you took off a lot of weight a few years ago, didn't you?
I sure did. I was so hefty I could take a shower without getting my feet wet.
Did you go on a diet?
No, I did it by exercise. I'd go out in the yard for 3 hours every day and beat carpets.
Really, Paul? Well, how'd you feel?
Rugged, boy, rugged.
Bill,
Yeah?
just what brought on all this dieting business of yours?
Well, Dinah, last week I decided to eat only uncooked foods. Since then, I've been eating everything raw.
Is that part of your theory?
No, they turned my gas off.
It's a good enough reason. Got any other hints on proper eating, Mr. G?
Yeah, what else is vital in victuals?
Well, I'll tell you this much. Whether you're on a diet or whether you're not, and whether it's cool or whether it's hot, any meal is a better meal with you know what.
What do you mean, man?
Why, Chase and Sam.
Well, next. Next, take it.
For finer hot coffee or extra rich iced coffee, the natural choice today is Chase and Sanborn. Because now, more than ever, we want to see just how much fresh flavor and what rich flavor each cup and glass will hold. Rationing is necessary by weight, but you don't get flavor or freshness by the pound. You measure those things in terms of satisfaction. To see that your coffee measures up to the exacting demands of these times, we're making today's Chase and Sanborn coffee the richest blend of our entire history. Just what it takes for delicious, flavor-rich iced coffee. Consider all this whenever you part with a coffee ration stamp. What you're really buying is flavor. And Chase and Sanborn flavor, either hot or iced, is wholehearted, rich, and delicious. Downright coffee satisfaction. Get Chase and Sanborn. Of all the noted names of the musical world who hold membership in the Paul Whiteman Alumni Association, the oldest in point of service with the orchestra is Mike Pingator, banjo player deluxe. He's still with the band after 24 years of active duty without even a 4-bar rest. It's his turn to get the musical sheepskin tonight, so come on in, Mike.
Thank you, folks.
Mike, I guess you've been with the Whiteman Orchestra longer than anybody.
Yes, Dinah, even longer than Paul.
How's that?
Well, I showed up the last rehearsal 2 hours before Paul.
Mike's right about that. I remember the date, too. It was December 22nd, 1919. That was the day we opened our first band date at the Hotel Alexandria at 5th and Spring, right here in Los Angeles.
Well, Paul, is there any special significance in this arrangement of The World is Waiting for the Sunrise that you and Mike are going to do this evening?
Well, it's Mike's favorite, and when he comes in for that flash finish on the banjo, you better stand back, because the sunrise comes up so hot, you may get sunburned.
Well, we've got our suntan lotion handy, so you just put your banjo on your knee and start picking, Mike. It's The World is Waiting for the Sunrise with the Whiteman Orchestra and Mike Pingator.
Waiting for the sunrise. The world is waiting for the sunrise.
Okay, take it, Mike. Yes, sir, Michael. Partners for the past 12 years, and in that time, the stars of Broadway's biggest musical comedy hits, and now in Hollywood to contribute their rich brand of humor to the screen, William Gaxton and Victor Moore are our very welcome guests this evening. They're going to show us what could happen to you in the employment office of a defense plant if you were Victor Moore. And that shouldn't happen to anybody. William Gaxton and Victor Moore.
Hello? Yes, this is the aircraft company. William Gaxton, personnel manager speaking. What's that, madam? Oh, no, madam. No, madam, no. No, you don't have to wear a sheet on the graveyard shift. Thanks for calling. Well, goodbye. How do you do, sir?
How do you do? I'm Victor Moore.
Well, was there something you want to see me about, Grandpa?
Huh? Yes, I understand you need able-bodied men.
Yes. Yes, we do very badly. Now, do you know of any?
Huh? Just a minute. This is the second time I've been insulted since I've been here.
Well, when was the first time?
Well, you know that poster you have downstairs with Uncle Sam pointing his hand out and saying, "We need you"?
Yes.
When I walked by, Uncle Sam put his hand in his pocket.
Well, that's too bad. Now, tell me, my good man, now, what can I do for you?
I'd like to get a job in defense work.
So you'd like to be in defense work. Why, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, trying to do some good woman out of a job.
Well, can't you use one or two men? Now, I want to do my bit. Give me a hammer, give me a wrench, give me a riveter.
Have you been drinking goat's milk?
No, that's the sound of the riveting machine. Backfired.
I get it. Now, just why do you want to be a riveter?
Well, you see, my wife works in a defense plant as a sandpaperer.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, every night in her sleep, she wakes me up 3 or 4 times going... And I want to go right back at her with...
I see what you mean. Now, have you had any experience in defense work?
Oh, sure.
You have, huh? All right. Now, suppose I gave you a job and told you to clock in, then go to tool crib 23 and draw a baby alligator, and a 1/8 round head squeezer set, a motor, and a 90-degree snake. Now, what would you do?
I'd get everything for you but the snake.
Well, I thought you had experience.
Well, I worked in a shipyard once. I was a what-you-said-er.
I know what you said, her. Well, what's that?
If one workman drops a red-hot rivet down another workman's back, my job was to stand there and say, "Oh, what you said." Is that anything like a Susie Q?
No. Now, be serious. Now, look here. Are you married?
Yes, sir.
Child?
No, to a full-grown woman.
Now, wait a minute. Now, look here. Now, how do you stand in the draft?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that on 3A. Here's my draft card.
Now, let's see it. Now, let me see. This is to certify that Mr. Victor Moore is classified 3A, signed by the members of the local draft board, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson.
They were awfully nice fellows, I guess. I didn't know any of them personally.
Oh, you didn't. You had dependents then, too, I suppose.
Yeah, well, how about it? Do I get the job?
No, not so fast. I'll have to know about your physical condition.
Oh, I'm a perfect specimen. I got muscles of steel. I'm strong as an ox.
Come on now. Control yourself. Tell me, Mr. Moore, when you turn out the lights, does everything go black?
Well?
Now, look here. Do you feel run down when you're hit by a car? Or do you smoke while you're smoking? Huh? Do you puff while you're smoking?
Well, you see,
Oh, you do, huh? Well, I'm sorry. We can't use you.
How can you tell? You haven't even given me a thorough examination yet.
Well, no, that isn't necessary. I've had so much experience, I can tell what kind of shape a man is in by just looking at him. I'll show you what I mean. Now, turn around.
Yes, sir.
I said turn around.
I am turning around.
All right. right, I'm sorry. You look just the same coming and going.
Well, what do you think of my physical condition?
Well, Mr. Moore, after looking you over carefully, I'd say that if you were alive, you'd be a very sick man.
What do you mean? I got the strength of 3 men.
Yes, and you've got the stomach of 3 men, too.
Well, never mind that. Now, how about the job?
Now, Mr. Moore, don't be impatient. This takes time.
This is no time to take time. At this rate, the war will be over before I get a defense job.
Well, all right, then what do you know about defense?
What do I know about defense? I've been married for 30 years.
So that's it. I thought you were hit by a jeep.
Don't you call my wife a Jeep.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Moore.
She's a tank.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, I'll tell you what you do. Instead of bothering me around here, why don't you forget about getting a job and go home to your wife?
But she's not home. I told you she works in a defense plant. My 2 daughters work in a defense plant. When they come home at night, they're always dead tired. I feel fine. I'm getting tired of feeling tired. I've got to feel tired, too.
All right, all right. If you want to feel tired, take my job. I'm exhausted. You tire anybody out. Get out of here.
All right, I'll go. But this isn't the old defense plant. I'll be a riveter yet.
Let's get lost in the charms of a beautiful song by that loveliest of singers as Dinah Shore sings.
Let's get lost, lost in each other's arms. Let's get lost, let them send out a line. And though they'll think us rather rude, let's tell the world we're in that crazy mood. Let's defraud in a romantic mist. Let's get crossed off everybody's list to celebrate this night we found each other. Let's get lost.
Let's get lost.
Lost in each other's arms.
Let's get lost.
Let them send out a line to celebrate this night we found each other. Let's get
Here's a timely suggestion on a topic mentioned a lot these days. As the summer sun really settles down to business, everybody thinks of iced tea, at its best made with Tenderleaf brand. Yes, the kind of tea you use becomes more important than ever in the iced tea season because to offset the melting ice, richer, finer flavor is called for. The finer flavor of the tender top tea leaves. Get that flavor, richer, more plentiful in Tenderleaf brand tea or improved Tenderleaf brand tea balls. The packaged tea comes in 2 convenient sizes, and Tenderleaf tea balls are made of tasteless filter paper, a vast improvement. For the time being, your grocer may sometimes be unable to supply you. In that case, please understand and ask again, because the richer flavor of this finer blend is the making of delicious iced tea. Ask for Tenderleaf brand tea or Tenderleaf tea balls. Two of the shows William Gaxton and Victor Moore brought to Broadway and kept there for many months were George Gershwin's Of Thee I Sing and Cole Porter's Anything Goes. From the former, the Whiteman Orchestra plays the title song and Winter Green for President, and Dinah Shore sings I Get a Kick Out of You.
Get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some like that perfume from Spain. I'm sure that if I took even one whiff, that would bore me terrifically too. Still, I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's plain to see you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane flying too high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. I get a kick out of you.
Winter Green for President. Winter Green for President. He's the man the people choose. Of the Irish and the Jews. Winter Green for President. 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 He's the man the people choose. Loves the Irish and the Jews. Da 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 da. Winter Green for President, Winter Green for President, Winter Green for President, Winter Green for President.
are you all set for the big doings next Sunday, Paul?
Sure am, Bill. All I've got to do is lace up one more boot.
Man, you better have both boots laced, 'cause we're going to beat our feet in the Mississippi mud with those rhythm boys on hand.
Yes, folks, next Sunday, we're going to turn over the premises to a reunion of the original Rhythm Boys. Al Rinker, Harry Barris, and Bing Crosby.
You know, it's been a terrific ambition of mine ever since the Rhythm Boys left the band. Just to hear them sing together again.
Well, it's going to be a thrill for me, too, to welcome my idea and everybody's idea of the world's greatest singer of popular songs. That's Bing, of course.
That's right, Dinah. Yes, sir. It'll be a big day for all of us, so be on hand, everybody, when our special guests will be Bing Crosby and the original Rhythm Boys. Meantime, when it's coffee you're buying, ask for Chase and Sanborn coffee. When it's tea, Tenderleaf brand tea. Chase and Sanborn coffee, Tenderleaf tea. Two favorites for days like these. Ask your grocer for them both. William Gaxton and Victor Moore will shortly be seen in Gregory Radoff's Tropicana. This is Bill Goodwin saying goodnight from Hollywood's Radio City. Good night, everybody.
This summer particularly, perhaps you've noticed the big swing to iced coffee. Luckily, rationing has become more lenient just when we need it most. As the heat increases and limitations are felt in other cooling beverages, a tall, frosty glass of iced Chase and Sanborn coffee really hits the spot. And that's where the extra richness, the superb fresh flavor of Chase and Sanborn really comes into its own. It's the richest blend we've ever made, more than a match for the melting ice. So through this season, above all, buy your coffee for flavor. Make each ration stamp bring you a pound of coffee and then some. Get Chase and Sanborn. Now, it doesn't then weigh any more than any other coffee, but it gives you a tremendous bonus of extra rich, fresh flavor. And iced or hot, it's the flavor that counts. Ask for Chase and Sanborn coffee. This is the National Broadcasting Company.